Hello yogis, welcome back to your practice. Today's class is all about learning how to relieve our headaches with some simple postures. So when you're ready, go ahead and roll out your mat and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. If you do use essential oils and you would like some extra blends to help relieve your headache, I recommend Eucalyptus, Lavender, and Peppermint. You'll use about 3 drops of eucalyptus, 3 drops of lavender, and 2 drops of peppermint to make a nice soothing blend to relieve the headache as we flow through our practice. As you come to a comfortable seated position, take a nice deep inhale and exhale, release any tension you may be feeling in your body. Inhale once again, let the air fill up the chest, and exhale, release it with a sigh. Now go ahead, focus on your own breathing, keeping it as natural as possible. Allowing your heart rate to slow. And focusing on only your breath. Take this moment to inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, relax them back and down. And to start with some tension relief in the neck. You can open your eyes, inhale the right hand up, and allow it to drape across the left side of your head. You're going to gently pull the head over to the right side. Nothing too intense, just allow yourself to breathe in this new position. If it's in your practice, you can bring your left hand to left shoulder and just open up that space in the neck. Take it easy. Feel your breath soften, your body soften. 2 more breaths here. On the next exhale, release the hands down to the knees. Take a deep inhale, lift shoulders to the ears. Exhale, relax them back. And we'll bring this to the other side as we inhale, left hand up to the sky. Then drape that left hand onto the right side of the head and gently pull to the left side of the room. Breathing well here. Just a gentle tug. Maybe you add right hand to right shoulder and open up that space in the neck. Just 3 more breaths. Any tension that you may have experienced working from home, looking down at your phone, just allow all of that to release here. On the exhale, release the hands back towards the knees, bringing head back to center. You can just do a few spinal circles here. Just beginning to warm up the body for the rest of today's practice. Take it in the other direction, keeping it all even. And as soon as you feel ready, go ahead, place your hands at the top of the mat and work your way into a cat-cow position. So knees are hip distance apart, hands are pointed towards the top of the mat, fingertips splayed out wide. You can tuck your toes in the back here as well to protect your knees. And when you're ready, we'll be doing some spinal waves by inhaling into cow pose, exhaling to cat. And if this feels good for you, you can just begin to play with this movement here. Like I said, you can come into spinal waves. Maybe you stay stationary and just move the shoulders back and forth, bending the elbows. And just allowing a gentle tilt of the pelvis. As you begin to unite breath and body, you can take the next inhale to lift your knees off the ground slightly and walk your way up between the hands for a halfway lift, looking towards the horizon. Exhale, forward fold down. You can have a slight bend in your knees here. And on the inhale, gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. You can bring hands up overhead and exhale, hands to heart center. As you find your foundation here, spreading out the toes wide. We'll take this moment, inhale, hands back up to the sky. And exhale into that forward fold, hinging from the hips. You can keep a bend in the knees here. And just for today, we'll add a ragdoll into our practice. So grab the elbows with the hands. Allow the crown of your head to hang heavy. And allow the back to release. The neck be as loose as possible. Maybe you shake your head yes and no. Once you're ready to release from here, exhale, release the hands down to the ground, and gently walk your way back into downward facing dog, letting the hips rock back, the hands actively pushing the mat away, and dropping the crown of the head once again, looking towards your belly button or in between your thighs. You can pedal out the feet here. And if you want, you can incorporate a vinyasa into your practice. If not, you can come right down to child's pose. For those taking the vinyasa, go ahead, you can do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. I'll be doing the knees, chest, chin version as you see. Inhaling into your upward facing dog, cobra. And we'll exhale, all release into our child's pose. I have my knees out wide, big toes together. As my head comes down to the mat, hands stretching outward. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, feel the back lift and getting light. And exhale, melt. If you'd like to stay here for a couple more breaths, feel free. Now begin to continue out of this pose, inhaling to release forward, coming back into a cat-cow, knees coming back to hip distance apart, and maybe you do a few cat-cows, waking up the spine once again. This will be a shorter practice than most, just so we can have a quick headache relief. So once you find yourself here, I'm going to direct my hips towards the back, not exactly sitting on my heels, but allow my hands to come to either side of my body as I invite my legs forward, facing out in front of me. You can have your feet flexed as if it's against the wall. And just for today, I'm going to have you guide your hands be placed, your foundation here. And we'll inhale to bend both knees, invite the feet almost towards the middle of your mat, and slide your hips up so that we can relax the back onto your mat. So your knees are lifted, back completely reclined, and we'll inhale our legs up towards the sky, feet flexed as if you're walking across your ceiling. for legs of the wall pose. I do have my hands or my palms facing upward as well. For me, it's to symbolize receiving this healing, receiving that relief that I'm requesting for my headache. But just allow all that energy to flow back to the rest of your body. You can even close your eyes here. If it brings you some comfort, you can begin to make some circles with your feet. Tiny circles, moving them in the same direction, moving them in opposite direction. And once you feel satisfied, exhale the knees into the chest, taking them in a nice tight hug as we begin to come into our spinal twist. So in this pose, knees into the chest, we're going to allow our knees to fall over to the right side of our mat, very gently. Right hand extended outward, left hand placed on top of that right hand. So you're on your right shoulder. And on the inhale, we're going to lift that left hand up towards the sky, and then over to twist our body. So left hand across the ground, right hand over to the right side. And you'll have your neck or your gaze looking over the left shoulder. Allow yourself to breathe well here. Feel that tension relieving in not only the spine, but in the neck. When you're ready to release, we'll inhale, come back to center, bringing the knees into the chest. And we'll go ahead and bring that spinal twist to the other side. So this time, you can inhale to rock. And as you come to center, exhale your knees over to the left side of your mat. You're gonna have your right hand stacked on top of the left hand. As we inhale, right hand up to the sky, and then over, bringing our gaze to look at that right hand. And just allow yourself to breathe. Allow the next inhale to lengthen your spine, feeling taller than ever. And exhale to deepen that twist. Allow that gaze to look at that right hand. On the next inhale, go ahead, return everything to center, knees into the chest, hips back in alignment with the center of your mat. You can continue to rock here. And if you'd like, go ahead and come into your Shavasana, extending your heels to the bottom corners of the mat. Hands laying effortlessly next to the hips. You can close your eyes to the outward gaze, inhaling shoulders to the ears. Exhale, relax them back and down, opening that space to the neck. And I recommend a 7-minute Shavasana here. Enjoying that headache relief blend you set at the beginning of your practice. Maybe you put left hand over heart, right hand over stomach as you meditate on the natural ebb and flow of your breath. Begin to return to now. Slowly inviting movement into your body, wiggling the fingertips, wiggling the toes. I invite you to gently awaken by moving to one side of your mat in a fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed and the gaze low, gently push up into your easy meditative seat as we began the class. You can bring your hands to heart center, thanking your body for its practice. May you continue to embrace your radiance, and I thank you for practicing with me today. Ashe. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next class.